Good morning, world. So I'm reaching out this morning with a message of hope and embodiment. It's a really powerful, energetic time. We're building now to this eclipse. And the eclipses of 2026 are significant. They're a parade of energy which is interlinked and interwoven into all the planetary activity and the solar activity and the activity of Mother Earth and the overall collective energetic activity, which is expanding. I was going to say escalating, but it's not just a kind of upward trajectory of intensity. It's that all these energies are expanding, and so we are feeling more of ourselves, more of our truth, more of our presence, and more beyond the realm of the individualized sense of self, the smallness that we become when we incarnate. The seed of truth, which is inherent in all of us from birth, but which is more tangible to some as we journey, and which becomes more tangible to some sometimes very dramatically and quickly in a process of awakening or a trauma or a tragedy or a loss. These things, this seed can become much more tangible quite quickly. But that does not mean that it's all plain sailing from that moment. How we awaken, how we remember, how we grow this seed of truth within ourselves is very unique to each one of us. And the journey is a sacred one. And there is no right or wrong. There's no hierarchy. And for some people, what I share will resonate and deepen their path. And for others, it may not. And so we are here to walk each other home. And we're here to find our soul crew, our soul family. And we're here to awaken to a flow of love and life that is inherent in all of us, but which we often feel is not available to us, stagnant, difficult to access, or frightening. And there are many people who really wish to deepen that flow, to deepen that river of truth, who really wish to dive into it, to witness it and to acknowledge it and to become one who rides the waves of the river. I'm not a river. I'm trying to think of the whatever the rapids or the waterfalls in a river. One who is able to let go of the bank and one who is able to allow that powerful flow to take them, even though they don't know what treacherous moments lie ahead, and allow themselves to offer that sacred sanctity of control up to the universe, source, divine spirit, so that we can come to a place of understanding that we were always that master of creation, even through the act of surrender. But in fact, as an act of surrender, we have come to know that we have that mastery within us, because we are God, we are the contract we've chosen, we are the great tapestry we've woven, we are all that we are. We're just a wee bit lost. And so allowing ourselves to trust that we have this river within us, and knowing that if we feel frightened of jumping in, if it feels like a threshold we're about to cross or a door we're about to open is scary, this is an important feedback of energy, because it lets us know more often than not that there's something really, really important to discover here, that this door is significant. One moment. Sorry, I had a visitor So hopefully I can get it back into the cohesive flow of things. So fear and the threshold, this combination of energy is important. It's one that I encounter lots with people coming to have either one-on-one sessions or workshops where they're often stepping out of a comfort zone. There's a sense within them that something deep may perhaps shift, and that there is a great opportunity for transformation, and maybe without words, knowing this on some level provides itself or manifests itself with a fearful, maybe partly excited, but also fearful frequency. And when this occurs, it's often an important sign of the part of self that does not want to make a shift, the part of self that has become stagnant, that has been perhaps hiding in the shadows, that has been sitting in its own resistance, difficulty, pain, neglect, discomfort for such a long time that it has become a part of our persona. And there is a sense, and people call it the ego, there is a sense that without the ego, or the aspect of self that is somehow controlling us because it's limiting us in certain ways, but there's almost a sense of safety in that control and that limitation. I am this kind of person, and I know my limitations, I know who I am, and what if that were to change? What if suddenly we were to be able to break free of that limitation? Well, we think cerebrally, well, of course that would be amazing, but on a deeper level we might not feel like that. We may feel a certain amount of trepidation or uncertainty. There can be quite a profound resistance to expansion. And so it is important to meet with these energies whenever possible, whenever we feel we have the capacity, and when we have the opportunity to allow ourselves to use these energies at this time to expand within ourselves and without. So the expansion is a double experience, just as we are the embodied self and we are the soul energy. We are expanding within ourselves and without. We are meeting with the soul self, and we are deepening our personal expression so that that tapestry can become more and more interwoven with time. And so this expansion that is happening universally, particularly at this time in 2026, where we're stepping into another significant eclipse portal, and supported by all these other very interesting energies. And because I'm not an astrologer or a physicist, I'm not going to break down each of these energies for you, but simply to say that there are significant shifts and patterns emerging that are supporting a wider collective threshold. And so the invitation is to acknowledge the threshold within yourself, what might be arising now, and how are we limiting ourselves from stepping over or through that doorway? How are we limiting ourselves from taking full ownership of our own story? And we do this a lot through projections. So we often look out into our world and see, why do I feel like this? Oh, it's because this is happening, and that person has said this, and somebody passed away, and I'm struggling with this work or this project, my relationship. And so it's not that all these external experiences aren't completely valued. They all valid. They all have a depth and a value that's essential to this process. But in doing so, we must realize that they're simply a projection of that which is within us. And so we would not be experiencing any of these experiences unless the seed of that truth lay within us. And so we can use every moment of the day as a potential for self-actualization, self-realization, and compassionate self-witnessing. And so allowing ourselves to wake up in the morning and step into our day with gratitude and anchoring and embodiment is an important process. But holding with it the intention for self-witnessing is an even more important part of the process. And so as we step into the day, if we have a ritual, do we have a ritual? Do we have something that we do that helps us to witness and acknowledge ourselves? Sorry, I think there's a message coming through. That's why my voice is slowing down. I am Kuan Yin, Kutumi, Metatron, Lady Nada, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene. We are here with great strength and importance as we ask you all to align yourselves with this moment, this particular frequency, as the eclipse begins, will create a significant threshold. There is a powerful welcoming here, an invitation to align with self in a much deeper way. Use methods of meditation which allow you to feel, to develop your sensory capacity. Become aware of your feet. Allow your body to feel the frequency of Mother Earth. Take time each day to really experience how it feels to reside in your feet, how the floor feels beneath your feet, how the ground feels, how the skin feels, how the muscles, ligaments, tendons, bones, cells in your feet feel at each and every moment. As you do this, you are welcoming the resonance of Mother Earth. You are welcoming the alignments and the attunements. There are many who will be doing the opposite, and that will be quite uncomfortable. So please welcome this connection and take time every day to spend outside barefoot, especially if you're in the sunshine. Try to make sure that you are earthed. There are significant energies present at this time to help you align. All of you will have different propensities and capacities to embody different energies. You will have chosen before you arrived your frequency, and the energies, the liminal energies, the powerful light beings that will help you on your journey. Explore this. Are they angels? Are they ascended masters? Are they dragon energy? Are they fairy energy? Are they elemental energy? Is it the alignment with the beings of the natural world, or predominantly Mother Earth? Are you one who can speak to many, or are you one who sits quietly and receives in very simple ways? everything on the spectrum is important. Everyone has a different sensory capacity. And as you journey and as you meet with yourself, this grows and expands. We are here to help you attune to us if it feels like the right frequency. Say our name, it gives us power to be closer to you. And allow us the room and the space within your life and your day to be a healing agent. At this time of the eclipse, place certain crystals in your space, in your room, to help move the frequency around, especially if you have internet. This will help to clear and support the grid within yourself and within your home, and to distribute energy more completely. Use quartz, pink quartz, clear quartz, hematite, and blue agate. These are the main ones. It doesn't mean that any of the other ones are not as supportive, not all crystals will bring through support of some kind, but these ones stated will directly manage this particular frequency. Allow yourself to feel empowered at this time. Whatever difficulties you are navigating, embody them. Take your place in this journey and choose your story in a more conscious and compassionate way. Allow yourself to be in fullness. Allow your strength to grow through the acknowledgement of your vulnerability. You are all that you are. You are not the duality that you think, but you are embodying it for a great and important journey. We are here with you. I want to say thank you for that message, and I really feel blessed to know. Still a lot of energy moving. We'll be buying some hematite and some blue agate, as I don't have them. And yeah, this message has been so beautiful for me. The energy of it feels really strong and powerful, and it feels like an important moment in our the last 2 years has been such a divine portal of rebirth, and this feels like it has quite an emergent quality in terms of the greater picture when we look at it from a more expanded lens. When we take a step back, I feel like this has an emergent quality, I'm not going to say excited, but a sort of a momentum and a slight, I don't know if expectation is the word, but like the sun arising, I guess, that kind of knowingness that something really beautiful and magical is happening, and we can trust in it. But we don't know what it's going to look like or how it's going to feel when it arrives, but there's this momentum towards it. And I can feel that now, that shift. And I think it's been imperative because there's still so much work to do, and there's still so much collectively to witness, and there's still so much to embody and anchor. But we are an expansive, magical collective of powerful beings. And I welcome you into that. Welcome you into that truth, and get in touch with me. If you'd like to have a one-on-one appointment, get in touch with me, maeve@sacred.org.nz. And love to you all. Banachti, blessings. May the wind be at your back. May the road rise to meet you. Till next time, take care.